What's up guys, G1X here, and today I thought we'd take a look at Transformers Combiner Wars Alpha Bravo. Now whenever these guys were first revealed, this was probably the one that was getting talked about the most, just because we saw we were getting the aerial bots, and we're like jet, and helicopter. There's not supposed to be a helicopter, so this guy replaced Slingshot, which was the Harrier. This is what he looks like. So we'll take a look at some of the similarities. Obviously none in jet mode compared to helicopter, but there is orange chest on this guy, and there is kind of an orange head. So you'll kind of see a few similarities there, but not enough. This guy is supposed to be his own original character. So if you do want the Harrier, I know there's already one third party coming out with one. So if you want to go that route, you can. But I still think that he's worth giving a shot, just because I think that he's probably one of the better looking ones out of all the aerial bots, even though he's not supposed to be one, in my opinion, just from, G1. But as far as comparison, so you can see in helicopter mode, you can see that he's quite a bit longer than the original G1 Hot Rod. And it doesn't look too bad. The only complaint that I really have with this helicopter is he has no landing gear, which none of the aerial bots do for some reason, except for Silverbolt. But not too bad. You can see some nice paint, the blue here, the gold on the missiles. It does a really nice job of covering up the hands there. If you kind of look at it straight on, you can see the fist, but from an angle, not too bad. See a nice Tampograph Autobot logo over here. And, same on this side. Does actually spin, but it doesn't spin freely, as you can see. It's just, it kind of stops, so it's kind of tight there. Now, one thing that you can do, he does come with the foot plate, also the fist. He also comes with this gun. If you want to mount him up or even kind of give him a stand, like he's hovering in the air, or maybe this could be served as landing gear, it does have some little machine guns there at the end, so it kind of beefs them up a little bit. You can even store this gun over here. And since he doesn't come with another gun, I just kind of grabbed, I think this is Air Raids, grabbed his, and now he's a nice beefed up looking helicopter, which is pretty cool looking. So I can see, like, especially, a kid having a lot of fun with this guy. He's a little bit more, I want to say, difficult to transform, just because of a couple of spots get stuck unless you know how to move the part, but we'll kind of get into that and we'll clear it up. But individually, if you're just going to display this guy on your shelf, as just an Alpha Bravo character and not part of the aerial bots, if you want to go the third-party route and add-ons for, making your Superion look a little bit better, then I think he's worth having, in my opinion. The transformation, it's kind of cool. I think his helicopter looks fine. It's probably better looking than any of the jets. And his robot mode, I think it looks really nice as well. So, just a nice little look at him. Robot in disguise, really can't tell anything except for the fist over here. But let's go ahead and get him transformed. First thing that I want to do is put him in his foot mode, because there's really not a whole lot to change there. What we're going to do, this is one of the things that I was talking about as far as transforming him. The directions show you to just kind of lift back with this. Now, as you can see, I'm trying to lift back with this, and I'm getting resistance there. You can see that I might end up breaking something. What's happening is this section here is actually, you see that little peg right there and that peg coming, so whenever I lift back, it's forcing up against here at this angle. So what you want to do is just grab from both ends right here, and kind of grab right here and just pull straight up. And you kind of see what I was talking about with that section there. And it just fits through there. So it's not something that you just pull back like that. You need to actually just lift up, and it's not going to be very difficult at all. So just to try to prevent you guys from breaking anything. Then you can see these little slots, they'll fit on those same pegs. This section here, we're going to just pop that back like so. And since I just cut my fingernails, I always do that, but there we go. Pull that back, and then we can separate these two sides here. It pops out, no big deal. And you can see there's a little slot there. There's a tab right there. This will just fit in there nicely. And with this section here, go ahead and spin the head around. Come back like that. There's his foot plate. And there he is in his foot mode, which doesn't look too bad. I'm going to spin that around too. And if you wanted to do it, the way that we'll see. Actually, this being forward doesn't look too bad as it's required, but if you wanted to kind of do it so it looks a little bit more clean, I think you could get like one click in there before this starts getting in the way. You can always kind of pull this back some too. So let's go ahead and get him back into his helicopter mode so we can do the full transformation. Pull that down. And I'm just going to kind of set these to the side. So, just because it's so difficult for me to get those out. But anyways, you're going to grab, just like we showed before, grab that, and you can go ahead and plug those in. You go ahead and spin the head around. We already kind of moved that over to the side. Going to do the same thing here. Put those in. You're going to lift up on these little feet. Pull the arms out. And you can move those to the side. I'm not going to tab them in yet. Then with the leg section here, you're going to, there's like, you can grab on these two sections, so it's kind of easy there. Now, just like this tail section here that we had to kind of lift up, and it wasn't something that we could just pull off nicely. Actually, you need to pull this up first. It's the same way right here and right here. So you want to kind of get up under here and up under here as you lift up. And you can see that these two pegs on each side were tucked away right there. So just kind of pull these out, extend these. These little tabs on these like little black knees right here, go ahead and bring those down because they're going to tab in right there. All right, then you can grab here at the black, the waist section or the crotch section. Spin that around. Separate the legs, and then we'll tab these in as the final touch. And there he is in his robot mode. Looks pretty nice. He's got some nice, ratchets right there in his arms. Go ahead and put this back down and put that there. But doesn't look too bad on his own. Give him his gun. I like the little missiles there on his, forearms. Looks pretty sweet. He's all, geared up, ready for battle. Now this is what I was talking about. As you can see, there's some orange here on his face. You can see there's some orange painted there. And, it's the red here. Instead, they went with the orange. Not supposed to, actually represent him. He's, like I said, he's his own character. But that kind of helps it a little bit, just, for me. Now, give you guys a little 360. I think this guy's probably one of the better looking ones in his robot mode. I think he's one of the better looking ones in his alt mode. So, personally, I think he's worth picking up, especially if you can find him on sale like I did. I, picked all these guys up for like $12, so wasn't too bad. You have a nice Tampograph Autobot logo right there. Some nice paint apps all over the place, the same with the helicopter. It kind of breaks it up with the blue, the orange all over, the blue eyes, so no light piping there. As far as the articulation, his head's on a ball joint. Can look up, go side to side. This section here is on a ball joint, moves all over, however you need it to. He does have a rotation here at the elbow, and he's got a very soft, it's soft, but it'll definitely stick, stay there. But you don't hear the loud ratchets. But a nice elbow joint there. Nothing in the wrist. He does rotate here at the waist, but I don't know if they didn't shave that down very good, but it kind of stops it right there in the middle, or if that's meant to be that way. But he does rotate. You just need to make sure you grab here. Otherwise, like I've pulled the legs out of the ball joints several times. The legs, they do go forward quite a bit. They go back quite a bit, all the way out. They do rotate at the thigh, bend at the knee, 90 degrees. And you can see that he's got a little bit of foot movement, if you want to count that, up and down. Now, as far as size comparisons go, with G1, the ones that I'm going to be posing this guy with, because I think it's just excellent for scale. Same ones I did with everyone else. There is Sandstorm and Counterpunch. And a couple of other things to kind of scale him with. I think that is a Firefly, I believe. And here is Silverbolt. So you can kind of see far as skill goes there. Right, to go into fist mode, it's not that far off from this. Just make sure these arms are extended, and you're going to plug those in on these sides. You rotate the head, come down with that section right there. These will plug together. Grab here at the waist. If you're making, if you're making a right fist, you do it this way. If you're making a left, you just do it the opposite end. Pull out with this, come around, give him his thumb, and just plug that in right there. And there is your limb. As always, like right here, it's going to be able to rotate there. You're going to have the waist rotation as well. So that's going to rotate. You're going to have it going back and forth there at the hip joints, and then also bending at the knee. Now, when this arm is plugged in the way it's supposed to be, you try to bend 90 degrees, you're not going to quite get it just because of the missiles right there. So he might be best served as a foot, even though that doesn't look too bad. It's pretty clean. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.